It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and the spotlight is on Najee Harris. He's the NFL's ultimate red zone back and your leader in rushing touchdowns. It's the Steelers and the Dolphins under the lights.
After an excellent punt, this offense in a tough spot down inside their own 5. They'll start on the ground here on first down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Partner, I think that play echoed a short yardage run. I know they're backed up against their own goal line. When they stack the defensive line like that, if you find any type of a crease, you're up to the 3rd level before you know it.
And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. A look at the numbers for Harrison last week's game. 13 carries, 94 yards.
And when you lead the league in rushing for this stretch of time, now you take on the identity. You now lead the team, and everything runs through you in terms of offense.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. There's a nice move. Oh, he's got a little daylight.
40 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
On first down, Trubisky
finding Pickens for another catch. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. The Steelers at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
They'll run with Harris. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They go play action with Trubisky. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. the play fake. Here's Trubisky. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
Trubisky's throw into the hands of Pickens. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Trubisky over the middle, complete. That's Johnson.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
They go play action. Trubisky. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback. So this offense will head back out there already in excellent field position thanks to the interception. After the interception, here's Trubisky.
He's got this to Pickens.
And in for the Steelers touchdown.
George Pickens.
36 yards.
And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it?
The Steelers. Here about ready for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Trubisky. He'll buy some time right. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky.
Pickens on the slant, and they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down.
Pickens is there on the crossing route.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Trubisky to throw again.
That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky.
And the Steelers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Lead already. They may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Now Trubisky on first down. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Here's Trubisky to throw.
And going deep downfield for Boykin.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And as is to be expected, this is nowhere near being good from the Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Trubisky.
Finds Pickens out right.
And he gets this. The 40, they'll mark him down at the 39.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. To throw on 2nd and 6, Trubisky. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that, and by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Trubisky. And his throw here's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 3rd.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 2nd and 7, Trubisky. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 15-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Mitchell Trubisky scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Steelers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because
well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now it's Trubisky. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Pat Freiermuth. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down. And now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach. Late stages of the game here in the 4th quarter as this offense takes over 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Harris. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. From the 29, Trubisky. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll run. Here's Harris. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now Trubisky to throw. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, 10th on the year. And the Steelers have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And it's all but certain that this win streak is going to extend another week. Just another tremendous performance in this one. Trubisky's throw complete to Freiermuth. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And they'll try and burn some clock with a sneak. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Oh, Trubisky going to throw. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 15 yards there on the scramble and a first down.
Well, when you've got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes.
Throwing here, Trubisky.
Out route, and he connects with Freiermuth.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Here's Trubisky. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. And that one is incomplete, and it stops the clock at 12 seconds left in the half. On 2nd and goal, Trubisky.
Open man is Johnson. Touchdown, Steelers.
A 7-yard touchdown grab as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So it goes from a 3-score to a 4-score lead here in the closing moments of the 4th quarter. And whether they got that bonus touchdown or not, it's been a pretty impressive. The partner under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Steelers, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Philly to take on the Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, things are definitely going south quickly as they
It's week 8 of the NFL, and all eyes are on the rookie George Pickens. He had a standout game 1 week ago with 3 touchdown catches. It's the Steelers and the Eagles on EA Sports.
Nothing on the scoreboard. 0. As the offense gets ready to take over the football. Trubisky will throw. He finds Pickens over the middle. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. Now Trubisky. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice game.
That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
The Steeler offense here for their next drive.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So that if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But when the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Now a man open down the middle of the field.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Touchdown! George Pickens with his second touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Steelers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Compliment.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Sitting in first place in the division. On the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Trubisky. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball, or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they have the game here following. On their calendar next weekend, and Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. He'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll drop to throw.
Throw left side, hauled in by Pickens.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards there, a first down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always their plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17.
It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete.
And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4.
This is Harris on the draw. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
Again, it's Harris.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers take a 3-touchdown lead.
And now this offense gets ready to take over the football. 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Really good effort. He does it himself, picks up 15, also picks up the 1st down.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the 1st down. A nice run right there.
Play action. It's Trubisky.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and gets...
And in for the Steelers touchdown. George Pickens in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah,
the Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good. They're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it.
He's got a man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The first play of the second half, a big success, over 30 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They go play action. Trubisky. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And Charles, we haven't even hit the fourth quarter yet.
Well, forget the deficit, right? They're really not going to cut into that a heck of a lot. But how can they get out of here with some dignity?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Trying the jet sweep here. It's Boykin. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
A give to Harris. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 80 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Now a dump off here complete, and they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And he is going to have the Steelers' first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Trubisky to throw. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Steven Sims Jr., his first touchdown on the year.
And the Steelers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
You just kind of feel for the defense right now. This deficit, they have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. Oh, they're like, oh, my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
Steps away. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Looking middle and it's incomplete.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
He's got this to Pickens.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18.
Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here, some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Pickens on the slant.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff. And
this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want.
Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now what can the offense do as they take possession? Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it, escaping the pressure right.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now it's Trubisky. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring.
Play action. Now Trubisky. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They go play action with Trubisky. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. And this one will be a 29-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3. And
so this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
So they came in here facing a very tall task going against the NFL's #1 ranked defense, but they got the job done. Charles, really an outstanding performance.
They certainly showed that they weren't going to be intimidated, didn't they? They took out the best defense in the NFL today, took it right to them, and that's against a group of guys that is used to shutting people down. To me, this is going to be a signature moment for this team season.
So for Pittsburgh,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
and they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Eagles,
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and today's clash of conferences is just moments away. It's the Saints and the Steelers, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 23.
At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium.
Today we hit Week 10. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't skip a beat. I think this team has a bunch of those guys, and some of them will be called out again this week.
2nd and 10.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down mark.
There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning. I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
Harris running straight ahead, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41.
Peyton Turner, such an athletic rusher, and you saw it on that stop.
So their task a little bit more difficult now, 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 41-yard line. Now it's Trubisky.
Again, it's Johnson. He'll get it inside the 20.
Touchdown! Deontay Johnson with touchdown number 7 on the year.
And the Steelers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And about about as perfect of a start to this game as these guys could have asked for, Charles. They've scored on their first 2 drives. They still haven't given anything up on the other side of the ball, so they can already make this a 3-score game here if they can come away with points on this drive.
Yeah, they're almost pushing them to the brink, aren't they, partner? Almost to the point now where it's a loss of words for me, which I know would excite all of our viewers, but you're just not supposed to see that type of dominance so quickly in a game like this. Everything they've done has been working so far. Offense, defense, you name it, it's going well for them.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run again with Harris. They find some open field here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 35. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, executed.
69 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. This is Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Thing right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow, and I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun, and he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Trubisky to throw. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%. And I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. On 1st down, Trubisky. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing here, Trubisky. He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Now Trubisky on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Trubisky to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky. And the Steelers continue to pull away here in this first half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
And there he goes, left side, past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
Harris starts the drive on the ground. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out.
180 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
This is Harris. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
All that for a 2-yard gain, second down.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. He gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field, and they find each other for the completion.
On second down, this is Harris. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up third and about 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On third down, Trubisky. Quick completion here to Johnson. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw again on second down, Trubisky. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
At this point, this offense feels like they could just roll out anything, and it would work. They are certainly in no hurry for this one to end. Not when they can rack up some stats and continue to add to their lead.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this fourth quarter. They'll start the drive with Harris. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, and they go back to Harris. He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, second down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Oh, Trubisky going to throw. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Here's Trubisky. Johnson's got it complete. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting it up. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire.
It's Week 11 of the National Football League. And we'll see Mitchell Trubisky, after his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Steelers and the Bengals on Sunday night.
Oh, the cold weather is certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium.
Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Steeler ball club entering play. They've been the talk of the NFL so far. 9 wins in their first 9. After a good punt, this with tough field position inside the 10. They'll start on the ground with Harris. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't skip a beat. I think this team has a bunch of those guys, and some of them will be called on again this week.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion. On the delay, here's Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. On the give, this is Harris. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Trubisky will throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 30. 11 more yards there. This methodical drive continues. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
All right, Charles, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
They hand this off to Harris. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Calling a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Najee Harris with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steelers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. And they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roam. And
the Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not... So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw here. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. This is Harris on the draw. 60 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 46. Play action. It's Trubisky. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. They go play action. Trubisky. And that one complete downfield to Johnson. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A very solid gain of 27.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Harris will score. Touchdown, Steelers. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. They'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Trubisky to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, these 2 teams, they met up way back in the season opener. And it was the visiting Steelers who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Pittsburgh. On 2nd and 10, Trubisky flushed it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Logan Wilson, the one who got in there and dropped him to the ground. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And it's incomplete. So the offense set to take the field here. They will have the football with less than a minute to go in the first half.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we reach halftime.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback.
So here are the Steelers to take over on offense.
Impressive.
Now it's Trubisky. And he's got his target, Harris. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Harris. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory.
72 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
They go play action with Trubisky. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky.
That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Throwing on second down, Trubisky. Completing it to the right side, Johnson.
Down inside the 10.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. On the ground, it's Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris.
His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year.
And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do. So I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
35 yards the game there. Another first down as well.
Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
To throw again on second down, Trubisky.
That's swung out wide to Harris. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And the Steelers are going to be set up with a first and goal as they get the conversion there on 3rd and inches.
Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominant.
And he'll get it. He's over for the touchdown. Mitchell Trubisky scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example. Obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Trubisky. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Deontay Johnson, his 9th touchdown of the season.
And the Steelers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak.
We are in the 4th and final quarter as the offense will have the football starting this drive, 1st and 10. On first down, Trubisky.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Logan Wilson
able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And he's got some space here. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. And that rushing touchdown is 4th. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for the Steelers, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. A look at the numbers for Harris in last week's game. The hat trick +1, 4 trips to the end zone with his legs.
And, partner, you know how all the guys do when they do that little symbol now about eating, right? Keep feeding me, feeding me. They just kept feeding him, and next thing you know, he kept getting in the end zone.
Trubisky's throw here taken in by Boykin. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Trubisky. Pass complete, George Pickens with it. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Well, Charles, here in their opening series, they said they had certain plays scripted for certain players. That looked like a well-designed play to get one of their top targets involved.
Yeah, let's face it, Brandon. A player of his talent is a problem.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Trubisky. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Colts will go on. So the football will be at the 25-yard line as this offense gets set to take over. Now Trubisky on 1st down.
Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the mass of bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
And some space here.
And he's got a 1st down as he's going to be taken down, but a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
How about that run? Picks up a first down. Note the enthusiasm in my voice. Remember, last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Mitchell Trubisky scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Steelers are back within a score. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going in.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to get the football here as he gets... So we are in the final minute now of the first half as this offense gets ready to take over. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Steeler offense net. The 3rd quarter. Trubisky will throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Boy, CD, what a way to score. You want to talk about a roller coaster of emotions. They've got the big play, then they cough it up. It seems to be disastrous, but his teammate is there to scoop it and score it.
Not much else I can add to that, partner. I'll just say one thing. We just saw momentum swing.
So now this offense will take over, and they will have the football at their own 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Now here's another carry for Harris. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the draw, it's Harris. And some room to work. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Pickens on the slant. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Trubisky's throw complete there to Johnson. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They run with Harris. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown.
Najee Harris,
his 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Steelers are able to extend their lead in the final.
The Steelers about ready for their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Here's Harris. Oh, he bowls over him. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
98 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, in this part of the game, the 4th quarter, this is where a running back really has a chance to shine. This is what they've been training for, to take over the game down the stretch. The defense, it's been battered all game long. And here, this is just a case of a runner imposing his will and deciding he didn't want to be tackled right there.
Here's Trubisky. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on 1st down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Trubisky's throw complete to Freiermuth. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. On 2nd down, this is Harris. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris,
his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Steelers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every...
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, it doesn't look like it's going to matter much. He's got a man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Pat Freiermuth, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers have 11-0 in their sights as they add on to their lead. But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game. Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. So now we're in the final minute of the game in the fourth quarter as this offense gets ready to take over. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Trubisky to throw. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Trubisky. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They go play action. Trubisky under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. But Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today.